Hi, everyone.
Hello, everybody. Sorry about that. I got fat fingers and didn't do it right. So, my name is Dr. Tony Smith, and this is my wife, Cheryl. I'm actually a doctor of chiropractic, been in practice for over 32 years in Lancaster, California. I work in a multidiscipline facility with orthopedic doctors, podiatrists, pain management, general physicians, and see a gamut of health approaches and different technologies. But I have never seen anything like what we're going to talk about tonight and the impact that it's been making the last few years that we've been involved. It's super exciting because within my practice, I've seen so many people benefiting from it and just turning their life from sick and unhealthy to wellness and just having more productive days and just living a higher quality of life. And so we're super excited to get out and share it with everybody because we have a way, we're going to show you a way to elevate, activate, and regenerate overall wellness. And so my wife, Cheryl, she's going to take over, but she's actually, both of us have had experience in this industry for over 25 years. So we've been around it. And like I said, we haven't seen anything this powerful ever in our years.
And I would encourage everybody, keep your minds open. If maybe you're not necessarily, we're not chasing conditions, we're actually chasing wellness. Dr. Tony Smith, my husband, he's been in practice for over 30 years. So one thing that he's done in his practice always is implemented nutrition and health. And that's very important. I know personally, if I go to the doctor and they're giving me health advice, I want somebody that is already practicing what they preach. And he has done that for many, many years. So you actually are in great hands as we go forward with this presentation.
So David Schmidt is the CEO and inventor of the X39, is what we're talking about here, this wearable patch. He has over 200 patents and growing. He's been in the regenerative wellness for over a couple decades now, and he started to focus his research on not just anti-aging, but age reversal, because that was intriguing to him to see how we can live a longer, higher quality of life. And longevity is the thing as he's reaching for. And he's took millions of dollars of revenue and research to do this in multiple decades to bring the X39 to the market. And in his research and studies and everything, he was able to patent this wearable technology here that you can literally wear anywhere on your body. You can see I have it here, but we'll talk about where you can wear it, but you can literally wear it anywhere. And what it does is it starts to turn on the system that we already have in our body that over a period of time it starts to deplenish, meaning the regenerative wellness of activating your own body's stem cells and copper peptides, which copper peptides are essential in regenerative wellness in our own body. And so we're, like I said, just turning on the light switch of something we already have that goes dormant over a period of time to improve overall health and wellness.
So how does the X39 work? It's a proprietary form of phototherapy. You guys are probably familiar with red light therapy. It's a big buzz out there. Laser therapy, cold laser, he uses in his office. It's something that's been around for a while, but most people cannot afford it because they can't afford the expensive machines, or they don't know how to use it, and they've not been educated on the benefits of it. This actually has been studied since like 1970, right? Dr. Lauren Picard, he actually is known for discovering that this is a big wellness generator. So how does the X39 work? Well, the patch has a nanocrystal technology. It's patented, so nobody else has it. And what it does, it takes the own body's infrared heat and mirrors it back into the dermis of our skin and activates the copper peptide production and then to the stem cell production. There's no drugs, no chemicals, no stimulants, no contraindications. It's not going to interact with any kind of medication you have. It basically is non-invasive, non-transdermal.
So some of the benefits that you see with the X39 is overall optimal health and wellness, improved exercise performance, improvement in strength and stamina, improvements in stamina, in healthy energy flow, with no drugs or stimulants. And so actually when I was introduced to it, I'm a competitive cyclist. I race at a pretty high level. And I was introduced to it. I didn't have any real health challenges. But I started wearing it and I started to see improvement in my recovery. I started to see improvement in my fatigue, like not fatiguing as fast, and then also my power output on the bike. And so I became very excited with this because I started, we monitor our improvements very closely with different metrics. And so I was able to see those things. But one of the things that really put it to the test is I had a bad fall, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, but I had a bad fall and I tore my rotator cuff. I tore 3 of the 4 muscles. I tore my bicep tendon and I tore my labrum. And instead, when the orthopedist said I absolutely needed surgery, I said I absolutely cannot take 12 weeks off from patients and be in a sling. And so I actually was able to put the X39 to the test, wore it front and back, doubled up on it. And I was never ended up in surgery. I got rid of the frozen shoulder. I got rid of the lack of movement and strength. And I've been able to get back to working out, bench pressing, military pressing, and everything has come back. And I didn't have to resort to any type of surgery or external intervention. It was basically just through wearing the patch consistently. And it didn't happen overnight, but it does happen as your body starts to rebuild and regenerate as long as you give it time enough. And so again, we can see significant improvements if we wear this consistently.
So what are some of the benefits of long-term wearing it consistently? First of all, I would encourage you, go to the case studies on thisisit.info.com. That's where you're going to find the patent, the science. There's going to be videos on there, things that you can read and research yourself. I would encourage you to go there because I know I can only say so much in 30 minutes. So I'm not going to give you everything that you need if you are that person that needs more. But I can tell you this. In using the patch, 4,000 genes begin to reset, like within the just short period of time, right? And then your brain over a period of time starts to become balanced. Why is that? Our body is filled with inflammation. That's just something, a chronic inflammation over time. So if we put our body in a better state, then inflammation and stuff can benefit as well. Over time, collagen starts to increase. Now, what does collagen do for the body?
So collagen is the basis of every ligament, tendon, and bone in our body, and also helps support our organs in our body. So it's significant. And the other, on the vein side of things, it's the anti-aging thing. When you increase collagen production in your own body, you start to get rid of those wrinkles and different things that show our age factors. And so that it is significant because as we grow older, collagen production decreases significantly. And so we start to feel structural, musculoskeletal deficits. And so now if we can naturally build up collagen from inside out, instead of trying to absorb it from external sources, it's way more effective because the body knows how to utilize it more effectively than put it to use. And then cardiovascular disease is the #1 killer in the US and probably across the world. And seeing significant cardiovascular improvements. I've seen it within my own practice. I've seen it with people we've shared this with. Significant cardiovascular improvements where the efficiency of the heart and everything has improved with utilizing the patch on a consistent basis, not overnight, but actually wearing it for a few months to half a year to a year's time. They had significant improvement in cardiovascular, and I've seen it time and time again. So again, like David Schmidt, it's not just anti-aging. We're talking about age reversal, laying down healthier tissue so your body can function at a higher capacity.
So how do you wear the X39? So the case studies were done with 2 places in mind. One is at the lower base of your neck, and the other one is right, but like 2 fingers below your belly button. And the place at your base of your neck is because that is a spinal.
It's kind of lifeline. That's where your spinal cord is. It's closest to all the nerves and nerve fibers in the body. So.
And then the one below the belly button, that's closest to the placenta area and region. So I think they actually picked the umbilical nerves. They picked those locations. But you can wear it anywhere, like Tony says. We've seen people move it around to different places because they were looking for different things. But ultimately, we're not here to diagnose, cure, treat, or prevent any kind of illness. We're just trying to put the body in a better state where it works better. And they have found with the case studies that this is how you do it. Wear it in either one of those 2 places. Wear it for 12 hours on, 12 hours off. Give your body a chance to reset and rest. And always make sure that you're hydrated. Drink your water with electrolytes.
So some of the testimonies, actually, you want to share your testimony?
Sure. So I'll share my testimony. So Tony actually was the first one to introduce me to the patch. And initially, I was not looking at a business, just so that you guys know. I was not looking to do any business with him. I was working full time, super busy with what I was doing, that I wasn't looking to put any more on my plate. But I'm always looking for better health and to be proactive with my health. So he started patching me. Little did I know After wearing the patch for over a year and a half or so, I actually went on a bike ride with him because we were trying to train to go to Italy on this great trip. Where you ride bikes and then you get to go see castles and all this stuff. Well, unfortunately, I'm 3 weeks in and I fall when we go down a hill and I broke my elbow, which do not ever do that. It really hurts. So my right elbow, I actually broke that. And then I needed internal fixation with a plate, screws, and a prosthetic head. They actually had to replace my radial head in there. And fortunately, I had been using the X39 and I had great surgeons and they got on it right away. Fortunately, we got some surgeons from this office that got to help me, which is great. But ultimately, what happened is my body was ahead of the curve. Every time I went in for my appointments, my recovery was better than most people. Every time they would point out, I was like, man, I wish most of my patients were like you. I didn't have to take all the pain medications. I didn't have to go through official physical therapy. I actually did the exercises at home. Tony brought me a paper to do, and I recovered a lot faster than most people. And since then, I am able to use, I can straighten my arm all the way. My scar is very, very minimal. I don't know if you see it or not. It's long, but it's very minimal. And I'm super happy with the functionality.
One of the testimonies that I have thousands of testimonies that I get to experience because I share with a lot of people in the practice and then outside of the practice. But I recently had a gentleman who had been experiencing pain for over 25 years, arthritic pain, aches and pains, and from past broken bones and injuries and different things. And he was almost debilitated where he could hardly get around. His quality of life was declining dramatically. He was getting, into the depression state because he wasn't near as active as he used to be. And so we introduced him to the X39 patch. And within a week's time, 7 days, he had significant improvement in mobility, a significant decrease in pain. And he was already noticing that he didn't have to take as much pain medication. And now he's been on it 2 months, but he's off all pain medication. His blood pressures, his blood sugar levels are coming back, and his doctor is like, what is going on? Like, what are you doing? Because you've had just this big shift over all these years. You haven't had anything, and now you're making a big shift. And he was saying the only thing I've changed is wearing this patch on a daily basis. And the doctor was kind of blown away that it was making that big an impact. But those are some of the testimonies. I've had some patients with some significant arthritic conditions, and the sciaticas, the neuralgias, and all the other things that are challenges in mobility and functionality, and introducing them to the X39 and seeing the improvement over a period of time. Some people respond very quickly, but some people take a little while. I've had people that took up to 8 months to see significant improvement in some really bad arthritic regions in the knees and hips and stuff, but they stayed with it long enough to see the breakthrough. And that's the significance of this, is that we're kind of caught up in that microwave society where people want to see the difference in a day or two. Honestly, if you understand what's happening when you're rebuilding and regenerating healthier tissue, we're not masking anything. It's not a painkiller. It's not just masking something. It's actually rebuilding the body from the inside out. So you have to understand, you have to give it time. If you give it time, you're going to see the breakthroughs. You just got to wear it long enough and stick with it. But I would say that's the biggest thing, is people give up too soon, because the ones that have stuck with it, we've seen it time and time again. People have tremendous breakthroughs in all different forms of fashion. And the exciting part of that, I've been in health and wellness. I've been in supplements for 30 plus years. And we always had a different supplement for a different region of the body and different function and different things. I'm excited because I can share one thing and it reaches everything. It's systemic. It reaches, throughout the body. So you just never know where you're going to see the biggest benefit, but it can go anywhere in the body. So that's exciting for us.
So this is at info.com. Again, write that down and go there for all the patent, the science, the technology, all of that's there for you.
The growth in the company has been significant since the breakthrough or the release of the X39, but it's even been the bigger breakthrough is when Steve and Gina and This Is It team came together and put a system in place to help other people go out and reach and touch more people. And then also started to get out and bless other people and really impact the lives of more people. And the growth over the last 4 years now is because of the impact it's making and the people that are reaching and changing lives, because you wouldn't see this type of growth in this economy if something wasn't making a difference for people. And then we've also been rated as the #1 fastest growing team, momentum, fastest growing company in this industry for 2 years in a row, going on 3 years in a row. The exciting part of it is that we are actually the fastest growing team in this company. So that means we're the fastest growing team in this industry. And it all comes down to the impact that the X39 is making. Because again, you couldn't have growth if you weren't making an impact and the lives are changing, but also the system that is in place that allows people to create duplication and go out and reach more people.
So in 2025, LifeWave actually won a very significant award for its stem cell innovation. And this is important to know because there's a lot of different companies out there researching stem cells. So for us to win, for LifeWave to win this award, that means that it's being recognized by the industry, not just by network marketing, not by just you and me, but actually professionals that their job is to go out and compare different companies that are nominated, thousands of companies, and pick the one that is making the most significant breakthrough. And that's what LifeWave got for that stem cell innovation.
Yeah, the exciting part about this is when I share it with people, it's safe, non-invasive, effective, and affordable. I mean, when we can touch the masses with something that is affordable, that impacts everything systemically through our body, we can change a lot of lives.
So what's important to you? I think #1 for everybody should be health, because if we don't have our health, we have nothing. But if you have better health, isn't it important that we have better quality time in our life? Time with our family, maybe some security where we don't feel like so stressed because we can't pay we don't know how we're going to make it till the end of the month financially. Maybe you'd like to travel and take some people with you. Or you would like to travel on somebody else's dime. That's never bad. So the company actually has a bunch of ways that you can fulfill all of these things if that's something that you're interested in.
I don't know about you, but has anybody been affected by the gas prices? I know in California, they're just killing us out here, but that's another story. But anyway, it would be nice if we show people how to create a revenue so when they go to the gas pump, they don't get stressed out and they don't feel like they have to take a second line of credit to fill their tank up. So we can show people through this vehicle on how to build a business on something that can bless a lot of people.
So in business, there's different businesses that are available. This is a network marketing business. LifeWave is direct sales network marketing. So I want to share with you what is the difference between the two. Conventional business, we owned a trucking company. Tony's been a chiropractor for over 30 years. I also worked on the corporate end for over 20 years. And I worked for a medical office for several years. What I have seen in all those things is very high startup costs, high monthly overhead, high stress, long hours. I've seen it personally, even if I wasn't the one working it as the owner. And I've seen them try things, mistakes, and it's costly to make those mistakes. What I saw that's different here, and I love about network marketing, is you find something you love and you want to use for yourself, you buy it, you show other people how to do the same thing. So there's a very low startup cost. It's basically your health. 30-day money back risk guarantee. Make your own schedule. Now that's huge because I was working for somebody else. So I had to go in when they wanted me to. And because of that, I didn't have the time I wanted with my family, working 60 hours a week, commuting and basically living for the weekends. I was tired of that when we were introduced to network marketing. And because of what we did on the side in just a few hours every day, we were able to create enough income where I could say yes to come home. So you get to make your own schedule. And I would say, for Tony and I, he's still busy being a chiropractor, but we're looking at retirement and we see this as a great vehicle for that.
Yeah, opportunity happens by creating solutions. And that's a great statement because we are solution providers. There's a lot of people struggling with health issues and challenges out there. We have a solution for that. We have a lot of people that are struggling for financial insecurity. We have a way to create some financial security by showing people how to build a business around, again, like I said, something that can impact the masses and that we have exclusivity to. That's another thing I really like to stress upon. There's no other company, nothing out there like this patch. And so meaning that we have exclusivity and people have to get it through you. The distributors who come on board to join the team, they have to get it through you to have access to this powerful technology. And so again, we're creating, there's problems out there. We're providing a solution for them. We're we're providing an opportunity to utilize phototherapy. And now this is something Cheryl mentioned earlier, is I actually have been using light therapy, cold laser light therapy and infrared light therapy for over 18 years in my practice with athletes and other injured situations to accelerate healing properties in their body. And so, but those units are very expensive and you can only treat one person at a time, and they're very time costly. And so the patch, when it was introduced to me, I got excited because if it actually worked, I was thinking of the thousands of people that I could put, put the patch on people, and it's portable and mobile and very safe, meaning that I can now help more than just one person at a time in my practice. I can help a lot more people and show other people how to do the same thing.
And it's really easy. It's a little sticker, right? So you take it off and they can do it themselves.
And so the company has a rewards program where you actually basically start your own franchise. It's like starting a franchise without the overhead costs. And we just go out and show other people how to do the same thing, how to introduce them. And you kind of show them how to build a business where you build two teams. You get two teams, you introduce two people on your right, two people on your left, and your team is off and running. And as you start to introduce them and show them how to do the same thing, you start to hit different ranks in the company. And now just look at some of the numbers on the left side. As you start to hit different ranks in the company, those are some of the weekly bonuses. Those are some of the weekly revenue that can be generated if you put effort to it. Not everybody achieves that, but the thing is, if you put some effort into it, that is achievable because a lot of people are doing it. But how big of an impact could that make on your financial stability if you start to receive some of that type of income on a weekly basis? Pretty exciting. I'm losing my voice. Okay, I'm going to the next slide.
So this is another way that we get paid. We get paid actually 9 different ways if you decide to look at this as a business opportunity. Now, this is great because when people are starting and launching a business, you want to get a return on investment as soon as possible. The company put this in place just for you if you are that person. And what we do is we want to help you find 2 friends, one for your left, one for the right, within your first 48 hours. Do you know somebody you'd like to bless with the patch? They decide, you know what? Yeah, I want to join your team. There's a couple different advantages for them for that. But first of all, as you do that, you earn a bonus. You help them do the same thing and they earn bonuses. And our goal is basically to help you become a 2-star manager as soon as possible. Basically, have 2 people on each side that are enjoying the benefits of the product and they also want to go out and share it with you.
So like Cheryl said, there's 9 different ways to get paid. One of the other ways is a mentor matching bonus. It's a simple concept. You take your eyes off yourself, you help other people have success, and the company rewards you for doing that. Now, to kind of get a better concept of this, the company has taken their advertising dollars and put it into the hands of people that go out and help build a business. And because David Schmidt understood if he went out and put X39 in the shelves of Walgreens or CVS and hope people would walk by and buy it because of, the color or whatever, he didn't think it would reach that many people. But if you put it into a network market or a relational type business where people go out and share their stories, share their testimonies, you get more personal interaction and more people utilizing it because of the testimonies that are being experienced. And you build those relationships. And so David Schmidt understood to make the biggest impact, to go out and get and build this at a faster rate and less of a risk for the company, is to put it in this type of business format to where we can go out and impact others.
Just like a good movie, good restaurant, or even a bad thing, right? We all share. So we're sharing something that's making an impact.
So like I said, growth happens when you can create simple duplication. Now, that is what Steve and Gina Merritt have put together, is a duplicatable system. And then the leaders in the company have gone out and taught others how to do it. Now, you see, teach, and do, or however they say it, but the thing is that it is very easy to duplicate, and presentations like this are part of the system, meaning that you don't have to be the expert. You just need to invite people to a presentation like this. Let us do all the heavy lifting for you and share all the information, and then they can make an informed decision whether they want to join the team or they just want to be a customer or not. But it's a very simple concept. And then when you get comfortable, you can actually start to do your own presentations. Now, how do you get started? Is basically you pick a pack. There's different packs that are available, and we like to say you get in where you fit in, wherever you can do whatever now you've seen kind of the concept of the consumer of what the benefits of the product is and the potential benefits of the revenue side of it, then you decide how big is your goal? How big is your dream? Because the pack that you pick is going to kind of match your dream and how big of a start you want to go. I know when we got started, well, all I could think about is how many people could I get this in the hands of as quick as possible. So we actually went to the biggest pack, and so that we could get more sleeves of product in our hands, and I could get more patches in play or patches on the street and put it so people could have experienced it and get a testimony. Because the more people that you get patched and get a testimony for, the bigger your belief comes. And so with that, we want to get up and going. But if you just don't have the confidence, you don't, see yourself doing it, then pick one of the smaller packs, the advanced pack or the advanced plus pack, and you're still in the game. You can still get it up and going, and you don't have the financial stress. But the beauty of the system that it is placed is that Cheryl was talking about, that return on investment. We can show you how to be profitable within your first week, and definitely within your first month if you plug into the system and help us help you have success. The other thing is that you want to set up on a subscription basis, meaning that you want this to come on a monthly basis, because like I said earlier, the patch has cumulative benefits, meaning the longer you wear it, the better the benefits you're going to see over a period of time, because it needs to have time to work, to rebuild, to create those regenerative properties that our body so desperately needs for longevity. And so you want to have a subscription. And if you're married or have a spouse or a loved one, you better get two and not just one, because you don't want the other person limping around the house, and kicking you for not getting them set up as well.
So this is the system right here. This is at team.com. That's where you're going to learn the business. So if some of you are dabbling, I'm kind of interested in the business, but I don't really know, go to thisisatteam.com, and you're going to see a bunch of modules, like video modules that will share with you just little baby steps. And there's also going to be like some written material in there too for you. And then this is at info.com, again, for the science, the technology. You do not have to be a doctor to share this. All you got to do is, I was telling Tony, I went to a girls event, and one of my friends was having an issue. She'd been suffering with something for a while. And I go, I don't know if this will help you or not, but would you mind if I stick this on the back of your neck? It doesn't have any drugs, chemicals, nothing. And if you take medication, it's not going to interact with anything, but maybe it'll help you. Because she wanted to go out and have a good time with the rest of us, and she wasn't going to be able to. She put it on, and oh my gosh, she totally thanked me. And she has now been wearing it for 2 months. Now her mom is wearing it too. And all I did was say, I don't know if it will work for you, but can I patch you?
This is a great point, because I actually had a person today who came in, was referred by somebody else to come get some information about about the X39. And I was super busy with patients. I didn't have time to stop to talk about them, because, we have a flow that's going, and my nurses would kill me if I slow down. So I just was able to give that person thisisittinfo.com for them to go kind of watch some videos, do their due diligence. And then I said, hey, I'll connect with you on my lunch break, and then we can kind of get you, I can answer some questions and get you started. So again, I did not have to be the expert. I didn't have to utilize my time. I was able to send them and get the resources, and all these resources are available for you. So again, you don't have to be the expert. You just got to know where to send people to get the resources. And it's for everybody that joins our team.
So the time is now. Make your move. Get back to the person who invited you on here tonight. If you have any questions, I'm sure they're going to be happy to help you or point you in the direction where you can get those answered. Also, they can introduce you to people on the team that will be helping you, because this is not just you and one other person. This is a team of people here to help you have success. You just have to make the decision.
Yeah, we want to help you earn while you learn. You're not going to know how to do this right off the bat, and most people don't. But because of the system in place, we can show you how to have success in a short period of time if you're willing to take action. That's the whole thing, is willing to take action. You need to get involved and invested in building the business if that's your dream or goal. If you just want to be a consumer, great. We encourage you to have better health and longevity. So again, you pick what works for you.
And I would say dream again. Like, I would encourage everybody to dream again. Most of us shut them down because we become complacent and okay with where we're at. And then unfortunately something happens in our life and we're not okay. How about setting something up before, like digging your well before you're thirsty, right? He always says that. So just keep your open mind and maybe get to work with us now. Like, start like dripping in or dabbling into the system and seeing what we have to offer.
Yeah, we're seeing different people in different companies doing strikes and getting layoffs and different things like that. So having a little bit on the backside, on the side, have some financial security. So some of those things, you don't have to cross the line to go to back work because you have something financially set up to where you can hold out if you need to, or whatever the case is. And then, there's people, the government shutdown, where I know some friends of mine who were basically close to losing their house because they didn't have any revenue coming in while the government was shut down, and they didn't have a nest egg built up for them to lay back on. And so again, this is another vehicle. This is a plan B, something to give you that security so you can sleep at night without being in stress and being, hyperactive because you don't know where the next meal is coming from.
So LifeWave makes no promises or guarantees regarding income. Really, the success or failure is dependent on you and your efforts. If you do nothing, you get nothing.
And go ahead.
And the LifeWave products are general wellness. They're not meant to, treat, diagnose, cure, prevent any kind of disease. We're just basically sharing with people how to turn their light switch on and see what happens.
So this is an income disclosure, which over in 2024, they're still calculating 2025, but it shows that there's actually some substantial income that could be made if you put effort to it. Like Cheryl was saying, it's not just you sign up and it's the golden the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. You actually have to put some effort into it, just like any other business or thing. There's work involved. That's why they call it network marketing. But there is an opportunity to make some significant income. And fortunately, we've been blessed to help people make some significant income and bring some financial security to their life. And so that's exciting for us to be able to go out and help others do the same thing.
This is the free trips that I was talking about, right? It's like, it's always better to go on somebody else's dime. They have definitely several different trips that you can earn. This is one that's coming up. It's an incentive trip to Utah, where you actually get to go to the headquarters, see some of the inventions firsthand, maybe meet David Schmidt if he's there, and then also go on a fun trip. We went to Park City, Utah for this, and we got to go bobsledding. A little scary, but tons of fun.
And I think Steve and Gina have a little retreat at there that you can go to. They have a house in Utah near the headquarters. And a lot of times when the groups go out there, they have a little treat to their house or a get together at their house as well. So that's always an opportunity for that.
So currently, the company has put together a compensation bonus enhancement promotion. This is something that it's basically on a trial run, but we're hoping that it stays because we're seeing the company wants to give back even at the lowest level when somebody is just getting started, helping you make money faster and more money quicker if you actually put in the effort. And this is going to run from March 2nd to July 5th. So I would say if you're thinking about joining, this is the time to do it because your pay, if you work it, will be even bigger.
And Cheryl was saying, well, we just had a team huddle the other night, and there was some people that are just getting started or at the lower levels that have seen a significant increase in their income by going out and sharing this because of the enhancements that are going on. So we're seeing it firsthand already because they just started here recently, but just in the first weeks of this being implemented, that people are really excited about seeing the income increase. And again, it's a way to get return on investment at a faster rate to where you don't have to come out of pocket for your product, but also you can create that financial security, some financial stability that we all hope for.
Okay, so currently there is also a limited time offer that it's good until April 12th, 13th, that you can earn a $250 bonus on your helping the new first generation 1-star directors rank up. So you help other people win, you win, you keep winning.
These are weekly events of the team. This is it. This is one of those events. This is a team puts on. And so there's not a lack of resources that you can get people in front of the information where you don't have to be the expert. We have things going on Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, or Friday morning. Again, so and all of them are recorded. So they're on the YouTube channel to where you can go back and watch the recordings, or you can send the recordings out to other people. But again, everything's available at your fingertips when you join the team.
So this is this week's lineup. You can see we went through a few really good speakers, and I would encourage you, if you ever have the opportunity to see the ones that you missed this week, you want to get on and see them. And ultimately, the reason why you want to get on all these is you're going to get to know the personalities, the character, how different people relate to somebody. Like to know that he's a chiropractor on here tonight, and to know that in advance for the next time he speaks, you may have a chiropractor that you want to get on. they probably could relate to each other with some of the struggles and also some of their passions. So this is something that you definitely would like to plug into, if you haven't already, to all the different speakers as much as you can.
And then there's a business building seminar this coming weekend in Orlando, Florida, where a lot of the top leaders are going to be coming together and show people how to build the business. You get the nuggets on the little key insights on how to have success. And again, you're not at a lack of resources to having people help you. Everybody here wants to help other people have success and win in this, because I think it's our due diligence that we have to go out and share this patch. We cannot keep it a secret because of the impact that it's making. And we have a unique opportunity to help people, in overall health and wellness. So it's exciting.
And every one of these Zooms and this seminar and the different events, that's basically an opportunity to show up and to learn, to earn while you learn, in other words. And what I have seen personally in the industry is the people that show up to these, you don't have to be good at anything else, but just bring people with you to it, or get people on Zooms, and you will build a business, and you can earn and while you learn.
And these are some of the other business building seminars that are going on through the site. I know that Steve and Gina are doing a world tour. So these are some of the dates that have already been cemented in, but there's more on the way.
So this is at team.com. Go there for all of this information.
Yep. And then the book of the month is Miles Monroe, Discover the Hidden You. One of the best things about this, and I think, over the years as we've been involved here, is the personal development that you get. I know when I first got started in the industry, I was amazed at the personal development and what they encourage you to do. And it just helps you become a better person in all facets of life. I mean, it has helped me, the personal development, being involved in this industry has helped me in my practice. It helped me communicate with my patients. It's helped me have a better relationship with my wife. And so it's helped me have a better relationship with my kids. And so it all facets of life. And the whole thing is that we just want to help uplift people, and that's the exciting part about this community, is that you don't really see a lot of negative people in this industry. You see positive people that want to uplift people. There's a lot of negative people on the outside of these, but there's this industry. But, within our team, and we're building a community of uplifters, people that want to enhance and enrich people's lives.
So this is a huge event coming up in August, at the beginning of August in Florida. We will be there. We already got our tickets, but you want to go there. This is where the This Is It team has a yearly convention for the nuts, the bolts, the celebration, everything team. Yeah,
this is definitely something you have to get to. Like we always talk about, being at the event, being in the seats, that is where the energy happens. That's where the breakthroughs happen. You see things, and then kind of the meetings after the meetings where you get, and you can communicate and talk with some of the top leaders and find little nuggets and things, but you can't do it from home. You just can't get the same energy, you can't get the same input and the excitement. And so definitely you want to be there. And the thing is, the biggest mistake you could do is come alone. You need to bring as many people as you can to this, because if you have 10, 20, 30, 100, I know there's some people bringing 1,000 people to this event. They're all walking out in the same direction, in the same excitement, in the same path, and using the same system, is that they're going to create growth and a massive impact in their business, because they're going to touch a lot more people than just you having that vision. You want your whole team to have that. So you want to bring as many people as possible to this. So the action plan, we talked about the school, this is at team.com, where there's the school where you can set up and earn while you learn. You go through the business module. Some people are not very computer literate, and a lot of times I'm not. I would rather read something out of a book, on paperback. And so the action plan, this is like the Bible of network marketing. It has everything in there, and you can go through, and it takes you step by step on how to have success in this business. And then you can highlight different things and go back and reference different things. And so there's a lot of different benefits of having it, but I strongly encourage everybody to get one of these, because there's different things you can write down goals, but like I said, there's step-by-step way on how to have success, how to do it the right way. It's kind of like running through a minefield. Would you want to be the first one through a minefield, or would you rather follow somebody that's already been through the minefield and already experienced and tripped off, the things? You want to follow somebody that's already done it and been there and done that. And so that is kind of what the action plan is, that they've put it together. The team leaders have put it together to, bypass the things that sidetrack you and stall you. This is the direct path on how to have success.
So go to thisisitteamshop.com to get that. So this is the school platform that he was talking. This is it team training platform. It's better even now. So go to school.com. This -is-it-team-4127 and get yourself set up. This is a free resource for you.
And then have on-the-go podcasts, meaning that, if you're going to the gym, you're driving, going somewhere, you can actually listen and plug into this and download it and listen to different leadership presentations and different leadership nuggets on how to have success in this industry. And we have so many different top leaders in here that have been in this industry a long time and are very experienced and know how to help people win.
And as you can see, they know everybody learns differently. So they're trying to just cover the gamut of ways that people can get what they need to have success.
Yeah, there's no other team in this company, and very few probably in this industry that have the resources that This Is It team does, because you can get them from all different fashions. Here's the YouTube channel to where you can go in and pull out some of the recorded presentations or different things in there that you can share with somebody. We use this all the time. We share different recordings with people on a daily basis that I'll send things out to people.
And not lastly, I'm sure, but join the This Is It team Facebook group. I know some people are not comfortable on Facebook, but I would encourage you to get on there. But it's always good to see who else you're on a team with, who you're in business with, see people get celebrated, see people welcome to the community, the family. It's always great to be part of something or some group that's making a difference. I know a lot of people where we go through life and we're thinking, what's my purpose? What's my purpose? What's my plan? What can I do? And we end up dabbling in a bunch of little things and not really making an impact, where you can come here, get part of a community that's making a huge impact, and you're a key player.
And then sign up for the email, so you're getting notifications for the presentations that are going, different events that are going on, because sometimes some people sometimes they're busy, but sometimes we're on. Some people are not on social media, so sometimes I actually have to hand deliver an email or photo, copy and paste it and send it off in a text. So again, if you have these different types of resources at your fingertips, you can definitely get people informed that you want to, because it's all about how many eyes you have on the presentations.
So the system is doing it for you. Now, this is an app that the company actually partnered with an external company to put together, but this can help people that are struggling with what to say to their contacts. I would encourage everybody, scan the QR code and scan the second one too, because This Is It team actually has special training modules. All the training modules that you see on This Is It team and the school platform go right into your LifeWave now. So everything is in one place. You can track your contacts. You can track what you said to them. You can have advice on what to say to them. And you can have the business modules telling you how to run your back office and everything.
So this is it. 1 million strong. That's our movement, and we're headed there. And the team is growing, and we're excited to have you on board. We look forward to meeting you. Get back with the person who invited you to this presentation, and they can show you how to get started and lock in your position on the team. All right, guys. God bless. Good night. Have a great day.